So Jeff, first off, I'll ask the question because I can't remember if I ever did. The Altered Five Blues Band. Where did the name come from?
It's a jazz term. We were trying to figure out something, and because we at one time or another we were all jazzers, and so Altered Five chord is is a jazz chord, and so we went with that.
Okay. And the album, well, the group was composed of the five people that are currently on the album from previous albums, right? Testifying is one of the best ones that I've actually had the pleasure of listening to.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I understand that now you're cooking up a new album, and it's
we finished the album, and the release date is going to be sometime in February.
okay.
Um,
With singles coming
and
out for September, between September and November, right?
I'm sorry. Say again.
The singles are going to be released prior to that, more than
Yeah.
likely.
Yeah, but we went to Nashville and this summer and finished it all up, and we just kind of finished the cover. We took all the photos. There's going to be a vinyl as well, and so it's all of that's all taken care of now.
Oh.
And then so we're going to do an album release, and yeah, it's kind of ready to go.
Oh.
Video as well,
Not,
so it should be good.
no, I think so. Based on the previous albums and previous music that you guys have released. Now, could you tell us who's who and doing what for the album?
Well, first of all, we got Jeff Schradel on guitar, Mark Salston on bass, Alan Arbor on drums, and Steve Hubler on keyboards. And Steve was with us in the beginning, and then he was gone for a while, and then now he's back. We had Ray Tevich for a few years, and Ray has passed, and so Steve Hubler's come back with us.
Okay.
And but yeah, we all started out together 22, 23 years ago. So.
Wow. Okay. Long-lived career for bandmates.
Yeah.
So currently, where's as most bands go, my understanding is that you're either in the same city or you're in different cities close by.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, where are you guys actually residing and doing your gigs mostly?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And so we're all here in Milwaukee, but the gigs are between Chicago, all of Milwaukee, Madison, Minneapolis, Indianapolis. We try to keep it,
Local?
Within a 7 hour radius.
Okay.
We that some gigs in Michigan. So yeah, that's pretty much. Otherwise, we're overseas quite a bit too. So.
How's the overseas reaction to your talent and careers?
It's been really great. The last gig we were in Romania a few weeks ago.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that was took us 20 hours to get home, but it was it was pretty good.
So tell me this: out of local gigging is less of an issue in regards to logistics because you either all get together at a central point out of Milwaukee and then you van or truck or whatever you're using to actually move your equipment yourselves. But how do you guys cope for any length of time that you have to travel? Like for example, the Romanian trip that took you 20 hours to come back?
The biggest piece is getting, those guys getting their guitars and stuff on the planes, right? The biggest piece is that, a lot of times they have to take them apart, to fit them on the planes. The airlines have been pretty good. We've had good luck with getting the guitars on the plane, but that's always kind of a sticking point. The other big piece would be, the backline pieces as far as the festivals are concerned. Sometimes you have what you want, and then sometimes you don't. It's just kind of, that's kind of just kind of a touch and go thing. Especially if you're in Paris or if you're in the UK or whatever. You you're kind of at the mercy of what the and it's all been great. I mean, for the last several years, we've had no problems
Okay.
with backline. But every once in a while, you get they don't have the right keyboard or they have something different, and it just
You make it work as best as you can, I guess.
yeah, you have to make it work. You have to make it work, especially because they're doing the best they can too. You know what I mean?
There's that.
Some of these festivals, tons of bands every other hour, every couple hours, and you get the egos and the personalities, and everybody's stressed, and we got to make a plane. We got to move on to the next gig, and it just so you have to be very flexible, especially in situations.
Yeah, the tour manager puts the pressure on the band to be on time.
Oh,
yeah. So, touring aside, the new album that's coming out next February. How long have you guys been working on actually creating the album?
Oh, I don't know, probably about a year and a half. It all starts off with deciding to do it. Testifying did really well, and that was an EP, and then so we decided, okay, let's start, pooling the song ideas. What are we doing? And we're constantly writing. Most everybody, myself and Jeff, and we're constantly Mark, our bass player, keyboard player. We're constantly writing songs ourselves, and so we try to pool that together, see what's what. Jeff Schradel's got a lot of songs and a lot of hooks and a lot of riffs and things like that, and so we get together and just kind of compile that information and then go from there. What sounds good, what sounds bluesy, what can we use, and it's a real democratic kind of writing process, but we've all got stuff. We all have stuff, so it's just basically putting it together and seeing what's cool.
So basically, you guys would have had ideas more than a year prior of the actual album being worked on.
Yeah, we've got. It was a time, believe it or not, there was a time we didn't have enough songs. We were still a cover band back then, and we were playing bars, and we're like, man, we don't have enough songs. And 10 years later, we've got too many songs. We're playing Buddy Guy's Club Legends in Chicago November 1st, and we were just talking about it, how we started 10, 15 years ago, and we started playing down there. We're you're really not supposed to be doing covers, and now we've got we're fighting over which song's going to be on the song list. I don't like that song. We've been playing that too much. It's just, and then we all start laughing because we remember when we didn't have enough tunes, and now we have quite a few. So
yeah, that's the fun thing about songwriting, is that, or be it lyrics, be it the music, usually you plant a kernel and the kernel becomes a flower, and then the flower becomes a jungle that's trying to eat you. So it's fun. So for the band, I know that you do, at least the songs that I've listened to, you do most of the singing, if I'm not okay. And you've got a good voice, so it carries very well on all the songs. Out of your career, when did you actually start? Because you guys have been together for 23 years, but prior to that, younger you, when did you actually start getting involved in the music business?
Oh man, I played in a lot of cover bands.
Okay.
Right out of high school, I was a keyboard guy for a long time. I specialized in Motown. I was a Motown guy, and so I played a lot of Motown, a lot of Marvin Gaye. Ain't No Mountain High Enough, that kind of stuff. For years.
Okay.
And I used to carry. I had a 88 key Fender Rhodes, and I used to carry it on the community bus to gigs. And so the bus drivers knew who I was.
Okay.
And I would carry this big, huge thing on the bus, and I played gigs like that. House band for hotels. I did that for a long time. and then got into education. I was actually started teaching, and I got a part-time job teaching adult piano because I wanted the discount to get the electric piano for my living room.
Okay.
And that's how I met these guys. True story. So I go and I'm getting because I had a job, and so on the weekends I go and I teach adult piano book one, and so I get the 20% discount. And I'm thinking I get a keyboard in the living room and I can practice.
Okay.
And because the 88 key Rose was all beat up because from years of abuse, and guy comes in and says, "Hey, I know a band that's looking for a guy. Can you sing?" I'm like, "Yeah, a little bit, yeah." And and they came into the music store on one Saturday, and so it was Jeff and Mark, and so I had to go audition.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing. They're like, "Don't call us, we'll call you." The whole thing, right? And about 3 hours later, they're like, "Oh, can you be in our band?"
That's awesome.
Seriously, man, that's what happened. And I never let them forget it. It's been 20 some years ago, and I stick it to them every time.
Oh, well,
how they actually told me, "Don't call us, we'll call you." That's what they said. 23 years ago.
well, I'm quite glad that 3 hours after you did the audition that they actually decided to say, "Can you please be in their band?" And then that made the history.
3 hours. Yeah.
So I know that you guys have either part-time or full-time jobs, be it in the music business where you're teaching other people or you're dealing in other businesses. God knows. I mean, the Glamour Puss Blues Band here in Moncton used to have part-time jobs until they took some time off to actually go full-time, and then they had to go back to their previous jobs.
Yeah.
But everyone is a person. They have their own passions. Now, as a person yourself, Jeff, do you have time for hobbies? I mean, music is a big business in regards to getting things together, practicing and whatnot, but do you actually have time to do other things to help you inspire writing a new song or anything else?
I retired a few years ago, but I was a high school principal, so I was super busy.
Oh, wow.
Mark Salston still works. He's an engineer.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Hubler, keyboard player, he still works. Jeff was at Hal Leonard Music Company,
mm-hmm.
and so I'm pretty much the only guy that's retired, fully retired.
Okay.
And I've only been retired about 4 or 5 years.
Oh, congratulations!
But yeah, I have an interest. I have my own studio. So like I said, we're all tinkering around with songs, and so I'm doing that, and so I'm constantly buying and trading little equipment and, buying amps and guitars and doing that whole thing.
Okay.
The wife's been very patient. She usually helps sells merch at the gigs. The wife is a really good financial manager, and so she has helped out a lot at the selling merch and organizing the merch and things like that. So we kind of work as a team.
Okay.
Doing that, so it's been good. But yeah, I mean, I've got times. I think we're going to take a little bit of time off after November 1st. We'll play Buddy Guys on November 1st, and I think we're going to just take the holiday season off. That's what we usually do.
Wow. And
then try to regroup back in January and get it going for the for the spring and for the summer. So we usually try to take a little bit of time off, and just try to regroup and then have at it again.
Yeah. I've seen many. I've interviewed many blues artists and jazz artists, and pretty much any musician has, if they're not married or if they're common law or if they've got children, they usually have some form of support from that, and it shows that your wife is the brains of the operation, keeping you in track.
Oh, here's the thing, right? So we're both educators. So we've been educators, half our lives.
Oh wow.
And so, when we first started out, we used to always talk about, hey, we should, take a couple of years, save some money, and go to Europe, right? As teachers. And now I just walk into the room and say, hey, you want to go to France? Because the band, so she's been halfway around the world with me.
Oh,
Hey, you
that's
want to go to
nice.
Switzerland? She's like, yeah, I guess. I'm serious. Our lives have totally changed. You know what I'm saying? We actually, first time we went to Germany, took the kid, and the kid's been to France, and it's just been, it's been crazy, 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 crazy.
So basically, music was.
But that's how different it was. We went from not having enough money to now we've been in Europe several times.
Okay.
And so that's how it's changed. It's been amazing actually.
So basically, music was the magical rainbow to allow you to go to various locations as part of the musical gigs that you actually have.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been really, really good.
So, with this said, you're a retired teacher, well, principal, 4 years now, give or take. Is your wife retired as well?
Yes, and she was my wife was a human resources for a long time, and then became a superintendent actually.
Oh wow! Okay, so
brilliant educator. Yes.
So both of you were bosses of an educational institute.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now, getting out of the institute and getting out of music, are you doing anything at all as either as a couple or as yourselves individually for a passion, for a pastime that you actually enjoy doing once in a while?
We're doing the physical health thing now. We're trying. We're watching carbs and we're going to the gym. We're doing that, and we do that together, and trying to cook better and trying to eat better. Doing that whole thing. So that's kind of got us busy. We got a new dog, and so he's that whole thing. And
lab dog, or is it a bigger dog?
Labrador, like a Labrador.
Oh wow!
He's awesome. He goes outside, and we live in Wisconsin, so it's a lot of rain and a lot of mud, and so it's just, he's cool though,
Okay.
But yeah, we've been so busy, and so it's nice to take a step back. We got a beautiful home. She huge house, and so it's a lot of work, but she was there at the beginning. We used to rehearse in her basement back when we sucked.
Okay.
And all those years ago. So she's seen the band progress. From the beginning, like from day one.
Huh.
So.
Well, that's good. She's your biggest fan.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, I don't know what more to ask. I mean, do you even have a name for the album coming out next year?
Hammer and Chisel.
Hammer and Chisel.
Hammer and Chisel is one of the titles of one of the songs.
Okay.
And Hammer and Chisel, and it's an upbeat tune, and it's going to be great. And there's some great songs on there, and. Like I said, we just finished a video for a song there called "I Got It Good," and that's the big video, filmed by the same guy. Did you see? I don't know if you happen to see the "Great Minds Drink Alike" video.
No, yes.
If you see that, yeah, it was the same guy that filmed "Great Minds Drink Alike." Did this one too, so we're looking for it. It's not even finished yet. We're waiting. We're waiting for this guy, and we're all like, okay, where's the video? He's taking his dear sweet time, and we are on pins and needles waiting for this thing because we had horns, like in the last video. We have horns, and it's just, horns and stage smoke and all that stuff. So we're all excited.
That's so.
Eddie's taking his dear sweet time, so we call it every day to get the video.
Hey, do you have the
Yeah.
video? No.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Every day.
That's the
He's taking
one
his due
thing.
sweet time.
Well, he's the sweet time. Maybe he's doing it because he has other projects.
Hopefully it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. The one thing that I personally enjoyed from the Altered albums is that the horns that you guys actually use are well placed, and they give that certain oomph for certain of the songs. It's
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
good bombastic way without being overpowering, which is a good thing.
The guys on the album are part of the Mavericks from down in Nashville.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those are the original horn guys on the albums.
Okay.
In the videos, they're local horn guys, but the horn guys on the actual album are the Nashville guys.
Okay.
So
Well,
Tom Hambridge produced that album, and so he got those horns on there, and he's done a great job. Once again, we've worked with Tom for a long time.
yeah. So I saw.
And and so those are Mavericks horns. But what you see in the video are local guys that we have, friends of ours.
Okay, well, that's good because friends of a feather all fly together. They say in this case.
Yeah, and it's funny because we've known those guys for years, and because Milwaukee's a pretty small town, and so everybody knows each other, and so we've been lucky to able to access guys. I mean, I've known these guys for 20, 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's really nice to call up and say, hey, man, I'm doing a video. You want to come in? Oh, sure, And so we're all sitting around having fun, and hopefully it'll turn out nice. And then once the guy, once it's done and once he's finished with it, but I think it'll be good. But it's been a good ride for us.
Okay, well, as rides go, you always have some form of appetite doing more and having more and making sure that everyone's happy. Which brings me to my last question. What's your favorite food dish?
My favorite food? Steak, of course. Steak and potatoes, man. Are you serious?
Yeah, I am. You'd be surprised at how many people answer differently. Like a good barbecue for Matt Anderson here in Nova Scotia.
Right.
For the others, depending on where they live, it's either going to be seafood, lobster, could be fish.
Wisconsin is we're big in cheese and beer.
Mm-hmm.
Wisconsin is a big fish fry, like Friday fish fry.
Friday, okay.
State. Friday fish fry. Yeah, but me, it's all meat and potatoes. I'm a meat and potatoes guy, man.
Yeah, same.
Keep it real basic with me.
Same here. During summer, I usually marinate my steaks 24 hours, and then I do the cooking. We prepare mashed potatoes, typically, and I fry up a mess of onions and mushrooms and garlic, and then there we go. We got our supper.
Oh, sounds wonderful.
If you were closer to Moncton, New Brunswick, I'd invite you for a picnic.
I'll stop by. If we ever get out that way, we were actually out that way a couple of years ago.
Really?
Yeah, we were upstate New York, and but like Syracuse and New Hampshire, and that was 2-3 years ago. So we'll
eventually
if I'm in
cross the border.
I'll certainly call.
Well, it's just across from Maine. Basically, you'll be in New Brunswick at that point.
I will. If I'm that way, I will give you a buzz. Put something on the grill.
Definitely. But is there anything you'd like to inject in the interview, because we're about almost done? There's no other questions.
Well, I want to just appreciate you having me on and considering our music, and we're just really, really grateful that you listen to it and you share it with fans. That's what it's all about. And so, and we're serious. If we're in your area, we'll try to hook up with you if we get up there. I don't know what we're planning, but I know that we do have. Eventually, we'll be coming east anyway. So hopefully, we can get close to you. You can come and see us live. But we just want to show our appreciation and thank you so much for having us. And you got a beautiful bald head too. You got it looking great.
Yeah, I have no choice.
You got to stick together, man.
It took me a while. It's kind of funny because my bald head comes from a bet that I actually told to my YouTubers. I said if I reach 1,000, I'm going to shave my head completely. So I went.
So you actually have hair.
Yeah, hair. If you could call receding hairline hair and losing it from the age of 16. So I decided to get a cut, the buzz cut to the max, and I decided to buy myself a safety razor for one, and then I shaved, and I've been doing it ever since because I feel more comfortable this way. So
it's a great look, man. Great look.
Thank you. You look good too. Jeff, this was a pleasure. And I hope that you guys have success with and reactions from your singles and the new album coming out in February.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're very much welcome. Have a nice evening.
Yeah. You take care. Thank you.
Likewise. Bye.